K-Zone quiz question, 978-348-1280. What is the smallest country in the world by land area? 978-348-1280. We've got on the phone line Megan McBride from the Better Business Bureau. I'm Noah Haddon here with Zach Austin this morning. Going to have an interesting conversation today with our friend Megan from the Better Business Bureau about scams, about all kinds of horrible things that happen in the world with Megan. Good morning.
Good morning, Noah. How are you?
We're doing quite well. How are you?
Oh, I'm great. Just protecting the world from scams.
Exactly.
Always.
Protecting North Central Massachusetts from scams and scammers and...
Yeah, you're like a superhero.
People from different countries that, try to call people and tell them that they have a speeding ticket or something. Yeah.
Yeah, because those are all going around. And recently, the 2024 Scam Tracker Risk Report actually came out. And for those who don't know what that is, so we have the BBB Scam Tracker, where you can look up basically any type of scam in the book. You can report a scam, and we take that information, and that's how we use our Consumer Education Foundation, where we put on these educational programs to inform people and come on the radio station like I am today with Noah to talk about scams like this. So out of curiosity, if we're on the world of quizzes today, what do you guys think is the number one scam in 2024?
Ooh.
I would have to say it's the Easy Pass thing.
I was going to say the same thing. Yeah.
So it's actually, a little bit more general than that. It's actually investment Cairo cryptocurrency scam.
Oh, that makes so much sense. Yeah.
Yep. So, and unfortunately, the age group that is the most impacted by that is pretty much ages 18 to 24, 35 to 54 have been big targets of this scam. So on August 19th, from 1 to 2 p.m. at the Worcester Public Library, we are actually having a scam presentation from 1 to 2 p.m., and it's going to be to go over all of these scams, including the investment and the Easy Pass scam, because that is something that is still going around. I just got the text the other day, and I was like, I have an outstanding Easy Pass, but I know they're never going to text me, so I deleted it.
We're here on the radio this morning with Megan McBride of the Better Business Bureau of Central New England. We're here to do consumer news you can use, scam protections that are coming up. We want to do some smart consumer tips. What's some BBB tips that we have for the people this morning?
Yeah, so tips for the people. So staying on trend of the people that are been most impacted. So the highest median loss for people has been 65 and up, losing about a median loss of $160 for various types of scams and things. So I wanted to bring forward some tips on when you do get older and you have to start looking for the right assisted living facility. I will say this tip is a little close to home because I'm obviously getting ready for that transition myself with my grandparents. So I'm sure this is something that affects a lot of people. So when it comes to choosing an assisted living facility, I feel like people you don't think about it because you're not in that situation or you don't want to be. But when it does happen, you do need to be prepared. So getting those recommendations are really, really important. Talking with your friends and family. And you can use services like Elder Care Locator. It's a public service of the Administration on Aging to consult with your local agency for information on trusted living facilities. BBB can accreditate living facilities, so you can always check on bbb.org to find one near you. Consider the needs of the person that you're going to be putting in the home, or if it's yourself. You obviously want to look at what are the needs you may need on a day-to-day basis. And cost. This is something that I actually didn't know, and I don't know if you knew this, Noah. Medicare doesn't actually cover assisted living costs, and so a lot of people have to pay that through private funds, even though it's costly. But if you do need help, there is hope. You can speak with a financial advisor, and assisted living staff may also be aware of local resources or assistance programs you can use to help lessen the cost. And of course, you can always call us at 755-3340, and we can help you with that as well. And there's a bunch of other things that you should be aware of. So I did want to bring that to the table because, like I said, we're having our scam presentation on August 19th, and I would say a majority of the people that go to those presentations are older people who don't always have readily access to the internet. So it's really important that when you're making any big decisions, whether it be finding an assisted facility, buying a new investment, asking those right questions, finding the resources that you need is really, really important.
We're here on the radio this morning with Megan McBride of the Better Business Bureau. We're going to take a quick break, Megan. All right, folks. It's the K-Zone Morning Show, 105.3 FM and AM 1280 WPKZ. I'm Noah Hatton here this morning with Zach Austin.
Good morning.
And I'm not in love with her, but I'm in love with the information she brings to the airwaves. Megan McBride on the radio this morning with us on 105.3 FM and AM 1280 WPKZ from the Better Business Bureau. Good morning, Megan.
Good morning, Noah.
Did you like that? Yeah.
That was great.
Thank you. Though we do love you, of course, at the K-Zone. Here on the radio with Megan, we are talking about ways that the BBB can help thee. And one thing I want to go over is business, some talking points for BBB business tips. Tips and benefits for businesses. That's what we're going to talk about a little bit right now. BBB's online directory connects 140 million users per year with trustworthy businesses. Manage and enhance your online reputation with BBB Customer Review. Your BBB business profile can be an effective marketing tool when consumers search for you. Megan, what's some of the dirty details on that? That's very interesting.
Yeah. So if you ever go on bbb.org, just walking you through a whole tutorial here, you just like Google, you can search, well, you can't search everything, but if you can search if you're looking for a business. So just like if you were to look up the K-Zone on Google, you can do that on bbb.org because obviously you guys are an accredited business with us. So you have a BBB business profile. And so we actually report on every single business in our area. And additionally, because we are just one chapter of many BBBs across the nation, they also report on businesses in their area as well. So if you're a business owner, it is amazing exposure to get a business profile on bbb.org because just like you nailed the stat on the head, Noah, 140 million users per year go on bbb.org. And over 80% of consumers would actually choose a BBB accredited business over those who aren't. And when you go on the bbb.org website and say you pull up a business profile, you can see their letter rating. And I had a very interesting conversation with an accredited business, Ed Peters Exteriors, not to shout him out, but he told me when he became an accredited business, it was the rating that was really important for him. He was like, it's a tangible goal to want to be an A+ rated business. So that's a little bit about the online directory and how you can use it. And yes, you're totally right, Noah. We also have a bunch of other amazing benefits of being an accredited business. So we are launching the CEO Forum Group, which is a benefit through leadership content. And there's through in-depth interviews and over 1,000 top CEOs. We are bringing the expertise from all across the nation, and you can use it however you would like for your business, and you can sign up for free. It is part of being a BBB accredited business. Also, for being a BBB accredited business, we are offering Dell product discounts, so you get a 5 to 10% discount on Dell branded products. I can say for myself, I need a new laptop, so I will be taking advantage of that. And then also BBB Learning, which is another great resource that we offer. So that is our educational platform. It's powered by MindEdge, and there's hundreds of on-demand courses with a variety of topics, marketing, finance, HR resources, you name it. You can learn everything you want using that. And we also are offering 500 Google certificates to any accredited business who would like to get certified on Google through some of those more techie courses. So there's a lot of benefits that people don't realize that come with being an accredited business. So we're trying really hard on our end to share that with the world because I think it's pretty awesome. And you too, Noah, should take advantage of it, being an accredited business.
Yeah, that's right. And one thing I see here is apparently the K-Zone, it has an A+ rating by the Better Business Bureau. So high five, Zach. Yeah, that's us right there. I don't know how the hell that happened, but we did it.
Did you uphold our 8 standards of trust?
I don't know what they are, Megan.
Do you want me to tell you?
Yes, please.
Okay, let me pull them up.
Oh, you don't even know what they are. Oh, I see. Well, you have to pull them up, so I don't know.
Okay, I have them. I already have them.
I'm sorry.
Because I know them, but
We don't want to misinform the people.
Exactly. All right, 8 standards of trust. So the K-Zone is an A+ rated business because you build trust and you establish and maintain a positive track record in the marketplace. That's number 1. You advertise honestly and adhere to established standards of advertising and selling.
This
That's
is true.
Number 2. You tell the truth. Honesty represents products and services, including a clear and adequate disclosures of all material terms. You guys are transparent. You openly identify the nature, location, and ownership of the business and clearly disclose all policies, guarantees, and procedures that bear on customers' decision to buy. You honor promises. You abide by all written agreements and verbal representations. You're responsive and you address marketplace disputes quickly, professionally, and in good faith. You safeguard privacy by protecting any data collected against mishandling and fraud, collecting personal information only as needed, and respect for the preferences of the consumers. And last but not least, you embody integrity by approaching all business dealings, marketplace and interactions, transactions, and commitments with integrity.
All right. Those are the 8 standards of the Better Business Bureau for what makes an A+ accredited business. Megan McBride, brand champion of the Better Business Bureau, here with us this morning by way of the phone line on 105.3 FM and AM 1280 WPKZ. Before we wrap it up here, Megan, is there anything that we needed to get in before we go? Any little scams that are out there on the rise that people need to know about?
Well, there are a bunch of scams. I did want to touch on the impersonation through voicemail hacking. This hasn't happened to me, but this is something we're talking about in our scam presentation, where people are contacting you and leaving a voicemail for requests for work to be completed, and a short while later you receive a follow-up text message supposedly from the business requesting additional project details and a deposit through a untraceable payment method. So an example being where a woman contacted a business and left a voicemail requesting that the business patch and replace broken concrete on her parents' porch. And after the quote-unquote business returned her call by text message requesting photos of the project and a $50 deposit sent through Venmo, she compiled and received an additional $50 payment request along with a promise to cancel the first deposit. Upon receiving further correspondence, the business did request 50% of the job to be paid up front. And before the paperwork could be finalized, the victim called the business through her original contact method and discovered the phone numbers did not match up with the text she received, and she had no interaction with the actual company because their voicemail had been hacked and a scammer intercepted her original message. So she essentially, luckily at this point it was only $50, and an additional $50, so only $100. But it's really important when you're doing any work with a business, consumer-to-business relationship, that, one, you verify those payment methods. I mean, I think a reputable business probably would have a different way of payment and way of asking over instead of it being Venmo, because, sometimes Venmo I wouldn't see as like a professional payment transfer. Make sure there's a contract, of course, and when you're doing that. And then also on the phone side, update your default voicemail pin, your passcode, and avoid those obvious pins because that's how scammers are getting into your voicemail and intercepting your calls. So be very wary of those. And if you want to learn about more scams, you can always go to the BBB Business Scam HQ at bbb.org/bizscams for more info.
Megan McBride, she's the director of communications and marketing over there at the Better Business Bureau and is the brand champion. She's here with us this morning. We are going to say goodbye, though. Unfortunately, we do have to go, Megan. Before we get out of here, any final things? I know I already asked you, but any final things before we hang up the phone here?
Yeah, well, I hope to see a lot of you listeners out there at our August 19th scam presentation from 1 to 2 at the Worcester Public Library. And if we don't see you there, we are going to be hitting the road soon, starting on September 25th, 2025, our Western Mass Awards at the Boylston Rooms. Looking forward to that. That'll be a great evening to celebrate our lovely accredited businesses and our territory tour. We're going to be throwing together a bunch of various events all over our territory. So if we don't see you in either of those places, you'll definitely see us in one of those.
All right. Megan McBride of the Better Business Bureau, thank you so much for joining me this morning.
Thank you.
Have a lovely day.